Someone needs therapy the way they are fiending for your energy. They are literally codependent upon what it is that you bring to them. And they are literally right now fighting the urge to not call you up and reestablish contact. What up, y'all? This is Saray here with Astral Flame 33, here to give you your collective messages. Dear Source, dear our higher selves, we thank you so much for allowing for us to be able to come together across time and space to do this reading. Please ensure that no lower vibrational energies, entities, hexes, curses, jinxes, or bindings may manipulate, distort, usurp, or even spy in on this reading. All right, so let's see what we got here. So you are coming out as the rebel, okay? But they are coming out as the priest in reverse. Let's read that. So it says, violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So you're dealing with someone who is in the spiritual community. So you're dealing with a spiritualist, baby. So I don't know if this is someone that you went to for spiritual advice, someone that may have been a friend. So you might be a spiritualist as well. So a spiritualist friend. But this is going to be a spiritualist who takes advantage of the fact that they have this sort of position. Okay. So they're so so it's looking like the reason why they are like fiending for contact with you is because you've cut them off. Yes, that's true. But it's literally because it's not because they actually like you or they're missing your companionship or anything like that. It's because of the fact that your rebellious nature allows for you to be a true visionary. It allows for you to be a true visionary. Meanwhile, their dark priest or priestess type of energy, because it's in the shadow element, just leaves bodies of victims in their wake. All right. So you two both mentor in some type of capacity, right? But they are the one who is more vampiric in the way that they mentor, and you are more motherly, nurturing in your mentorship. This is so crazy. I always get the tea, bro. I don't even need to watch no damn crazy ass shows. I don't need to watch a movie, nothing like that, because y'all be giving me all the tea, because what is this? What is this? So this person is more of a prostitute in the way that so they're very transactional when it comes to the way that they operate in their spirituality. Meanwhile, you are more of an alchemist in the way that you operate in your spirituality. So this person needs therapy because they are heavily in your energy, or trying to get into your energy. So whatever you've been doing for protection workings, things of that nature, cleansings, they're working. Okay, so I want you to take notice of the times in which you start to feel someone intruding in on your energy, and how long it used to take you before versus how quick it is for you now to get that shit the fuck up off of you so that you can continue doing what you need to do. How quick is your recovery time now in comparison to before? So there's something about your calmness that you are committed to that is driving this person insane. And you know, I didn't realize that this reading was going to take this turn because this is my romantic deck. This person is so fucking enamored by your energy and the things that you can do and the way that you do them, that has nothing to do with nothing about romance or romantic anything. And yet this is what spirit told me to use. So really clock that. So think about how people get obsessed with their romantic partner. And the reason why that happens is because it's a sacred connection. That's what the fuck happened between you and this other person. Now, this is where things get a little wicked, okay? So instead of sacred to sacral through sex, through procreation, you hit this person's sacral and created that connection through your creativity, through the way that you're innovative, through you moving to the different form of using sacral energy. This is actually quite interesting because there's actually I was just writing something about this. Should I go into that, spirit? They don't want me to go into it, but it's actually really important when it comes to Pahalia. Thank you. Angel 20. I know you told me not to, but I want to. Okay, I won't do it. So I'm going to do it anyway. So Angel 20 is really interesting because it has a natural protection. So I wrote out 20 different natural protections in the chart. And so those who have Pahalia, one second, Angel 20. Those who have Pahalia have natural protections against succumbing to lustful overindulgence in something, okay? So you're able to, it's about sex, it's about sexuality, but it's also about the other forms in which your sacral can be driven. So be able to help us to transcend being like our baser, more primal primal human desires, not because sex is bad, but because sex is not everything, and because so many people get overcome by sex. So the reason why this is important is because this person might actually have an issue with having like sex demons, sexual entities, and things of that nature attached to them, which is why their energy comes off vampiric. So this is why when they mentor someone, these people end up leaving feeling like they're victims and not actually as if they were nurtured, mothered, and transformed. Okay, so when it comes to you and your energy, you are rebel. So you do things outside of the box, and so that makes it to where you may very well be the outcast in whatever spiritual community that you're in because you don't abide by the same rules. But that also affords for you to be the motherfucking visionary. Okay, so when people can get over the fact that you don't march to the same beats as everybody else, that's when they get welcomed in, and that's when the mother energy comes through to allow for you to be able to nurture them in the way that they need to, that they uniquely need to. And then that's when the transformation process happens. Meanwhile, this other person knows exactly how to pander to motherfuckers. They know exactly how to use the spiritual lingo, the spiritual slang, the spiritual costume, the spiritual mask, things of that nature to draw people in. They draw people in so that they can be their victims. All right. This person then pimps them, nickel and dimes them out of everything that they possibly can. Yeah, I'm gonna do this for you, but you're gonna need to pay for this too. And then you're gonna need this one after this, and then you're gonna need this 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 after this. Okay? To the point where it's like they suck the individual dry. Suck them dry. No true transformation even happens. All right. And so this is where the difference is. Where was I going with this? So this person has like this sex demon on them, and then it starts to like seep out into the way that they perform in their spiritual world. So let's get some more information here. Ooh. All right. So what's interesting about this is that this person, it fell right here over the mentor. This person wants to showcase that they're like better than you when it comes to the way that you are able to transform or to mentor other people. But you, on the other hand, say, I don't want no parts of that. So I want you to take notice of this card. This is the 5 of Swords. This is about like winning at all costs, right? So that means you win a battle, but at the cost of the fucking war. And you said, no, I'm not doing that stuff. So these people tried to give you their ass to kiss, and you walk the fuck away from it. You said, I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to engage with that. So then that means there were some type of L's that you've taken, especially in regards to relationships. You took a lot of L's when it comes to relationships because this person was able to infiltrate, get into the ears of other people to get them to no longer rock with you, vibe with you, fuck with you. Okay. So then what ended up happening though, is that you continue to go along your way. Why? Because you were always the rebel. When it comes to people, you are not like, you're not a stranger to people switching up on you for any and every reason, for scapegoating you, for taking things out of context in order to make you be the bad guy so that they can still look good, so that they can still show their face in front of other people, so that other people really don't know how to get down. So no matter what, you continue to march to the beat of your own drum despite all of these people falling away. And guess what ended up happening? Things ended up balancing themselves out. So even though you lost all those connections, you were still okay. You were still okay. And the very people that they were able to turn against you ended up like making them have certain like blind spots. It's really interesting because they're saying these people actually cause for them to not be protected in some way. Why is that? So it's because like they opened themselves up to connections that they were never supposed to. And they knew that, but they, in order to betray you, they decided to betray their fucking selves. Wow. Do you know how far gone and throwed off you have to be to try and stick it to somebody? You want to stick it to somebody so hard that you are willing to fuck yourself up in the process, which is you weren't willing to do that, which is why you had the 5 of Swords in reverse. So this individual turned certain people against you, and now they have relationship dynamics that have opened their energy field up to where they are unprotected from things that they once used to be protected against, especially in regards to mental and chaos magic. Okay. So this person doesn't know how to separate what is real and what is not when it comes to the downloads and stuff that they're receiving. It's very hard for them to be able to hold on to themselves and the way that they actually are able to navigate within the spiritual realm. They've lost like their balance, and this is the final judgment, or this is like the judgment that's been cast upon them. This is the decision that they've made because they've surrounded themselves with those who are chaos energy incarnated. They have allowed for themselves to grab a hold of individuals who were supposed to be a part of your path because you were going to be the one to orient them. Now they're a part of this person's path, and they don't actually have the tools like you do to be able to help them to orient themselves and to organize that chaotic energy. So they turned people that you were equipped to mentor from you over to them, except they're not equipped to mentor them. They don't have the tools to be able to actually do it. They've not developed enough. Whew, I'm gonna lead a reading there. This is a little special one for my little spiritualists and stuff like that, because this here was some tea. I want to be nosy and see if we can get some zodiacs. We think they're gonna give it to us? Let's see. So Spirit, can you let us know like the zodiacs of all those involved so that our spiritualist friends can have some confirmation here? All right, let's get some more information on who is involved. So over on this side, they have unconditional love came out in reverse and game over. So but game over came out in reverse. So this person, we already know they lack love for themselves. So of course it's easy for them to shit all over other people. And they haven't learned their lesson yet. All right, we want to know who. We're going to get some more information in regards to the zodiac. But they keep talking about the situation between y'all. So now as y'all can see on this side, gains and level up, status upgrade, that type of stuff fell over on your side. Let's get some more information. Okay, so we have Aries. And it came out sideways. So you could be dealing with an Aries, or you could be an Aries. What card fell over here? They're saying that this person is actually a beta bitch. They try to pretend to be friendly, helpful, non-confrontational, and then in the shadows is like a fucking menace. And then what else? And they have a lot of attachments and shit like that. What else? So far we have Aries coming out. Something about spiritual gifts. Okay, what else is this? Cancer. So over on this side, so both of y'all could be Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? Because that came out in the middle, as y'all can see, came out in the middle. But the card that landed over into this person's pile is Cancer. All right, let's see, is there something else here? Okay, Cancer. And then it says caution, warning, and danger. So they're not stopping. It's all go. So they're still continuing to do this practice. Any other information? Something about them. So this person might pretend to be gay or try to act like they're like bisexual or something like that, but they're straight as a board. So they just be gay for pay type shit. Something about your work and business. Any other zodiac signs, please, Spirit? Sigma in reverse. We see Aquarius here, but it didn't come out. Oh, their card just flipped over. And then lack, scarcity, and poverty struggle. All right, so that's why this person is dealing with that. So we're going to do another flip through, and then we're going to get the fuck up out of here. Is there any other cards? Nope. So they're telling you optimism. Keep the hope. Stay positive, because you're going to always be able to come out on the end. It's only when you give into this negative Nancy, nasty ass energy that this person is sending you that you start to get turned upside down. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Like that type of energy. You don't want to do that. All right. So I'm going to end the reading here. 13 minutes. My bad, y'all. I'll be trying to keep these short, but I just be getting nosy. I'm sorry. I love you. I love me. Bye, y'all.